So what is up guys, Nick here helping you to master your technology. Welcome to the iPhone 7 Plus versus the Galaxy S10 Plus speed test. Let's begin with a boot up test in 3, 2, 1 and see which one can get there first. Now the iPhone 7 Plus does feature an Apple A10 Fusion chip with 3 GB of RAM, and over here for the Galaxy S10 Plus, we do have ourselves a Snapdragon 855 7nm chipset, 8 GB of RAM standard. So seemingly a much more powerful phone, but the iPhone 7 Plus boots up first over the Galaxy S10 Plus with its older CPU. Okay guys, so the iPhone 7 Plus pulled the fast one there on the boot up test, but can it beat the Galaxy S10 Plus when it comes to the fingerprint under the display versus physical fingerprint sensor for the iPhone 7 Plus? 3, 2, 1. And having that fingerprint sensor, just being a physical fingerprint sensor, just seems a little bit quicker to react than like the one that's under the display. So I gotta say, you know, this under display tech is awesome, but at the same time, it doesn't always seem as fast because you just gotta get it right every time. And the chances of you missing or just not going as quick is a little less accurate than, you know, a physical sensor, but it's still awesome and convenient to have it under the display. It makes for a much better looking design. All right guys, so confirming the software, iOS 12.2 on the iPhone 7 Plus, and over here we have One UI version 1.1 with Android 9 Pie. Okay, so how can this 2016 iPhone 7 Plus perform against this 2019 S10 Plus when it comes to applications? Everything is closed out on the right, everything is closed out on the left. I have a row of basic apps, a row of social media apps, a row of games. Let's begin with calendar. 3, 2, 1. And you can see the animation slightly faster to the S10 Plus. Now coming home, it's again a little faster for the S10 Plus versus that more polished looking, you know, visually appealing animation for the 7 Plus. Calculator, you can see that goes to the S10 Plus. Clock, and again to the S10 Plus. Settings, 3, 2, 1. And that is to the S10 Plus. It just snaps open a little bit quicker. Let's go on Instagram, 3, 2, 1. And you can see Instagram is first here for the S10 Plus. Very fast scrolling as well. I got to give this one to the S10 Plus. Let's go into Snapchat, 3, 2, 1. And you can see Snapchat loads there first on the right. Coming home, the animation just a little bit faster. Let's go back in there and show you that. So if we click this home button, it's just a little bit quicker there every time on the S10 Plus. Let's go into Twitter. You can see Twitter first on the right. iPhone's still not the fastest when it comes to Twitter. Coming home, let's go into Facebook, 3, 2, and 1. You can see Facebook there on the right again. So not at all a win to the 7 Plus yet. Let's go into Fruit Ninja, 3, 2, 1. And this is surprising. Well, not surprising, but this is nice because before, if you watched my speed test in the past, you would have seen that even the newer Samsung phones were sometimes losing to older iPhones. It's not the case anymore. So when people say that Samsung has caught up, you can see right here, they definitely have. And no longer can you say, well, older iPhones are just as, you know, faster than even the newer Samsung phones. It's really not the case anymore. The Samsung phones these days are just really quick. Let's go into Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And see which one can get there first. And you could see, it looks like the S10 Plus is ahead, and we're in the game over here, still loading for the 7 Plus. And all around, it just looks like a total win for the S10 Plus here. Let's go into Dead Trigger 2, 3, 2, 1, and see which one can get there first. So the load jumped a little bit there on the 7 Plus, but still goes to the S10 Plus, getting into the game. Which one is quicker here? And it should be, wow, the 7 Plus won that just a little bit. But still, I mean, the load time was a little faster for the S10 Plus. Let's go into Real Racing 3, 3, 2, 1, and see which one can get there first. And it looks like we might have a win on the right, the left. Which one's it going to be? It's pretty close here. Looks like the S10 Plus is a little ahead, if I'm seeing this correctly. Let's go ahead and hit play. And again, pretty close. Games still run pretty excellent there on the 7 Plus though. So if you are looking for an older used phone, still runs exceptional. The 7 Plus should be on your list. I feel like if you're looking for a bargain iPhone, it still runs fantastic. So overall, I gotta say the games still perform admirably well for the iPhone, but the S10 Plus overall to me had won this speed test here in the basic applications for your everyday use. So let's see if we get any reloads here for the iPhone 7 Plus. It does have 3 GB of RAM, not the 4 that you'll find on the newer XS models. And it shouldn't reload though, because it does a pretty good job here with your everyday applications, especially with the new iOS 12, which made pretty much all Apple's iPhones really smooth, and we get no reloads there. Very smooth here, even for going on a 3-year-old phone there in the 7 Plus. Now, that looked a little choppy, to be quite honest there, but let's go into Temple Run, and let's go into Fruit Ninja, and slightly slow to open that up. That animation still looks nicer, I feel like, on the iPhone when going in and out of these applications, but the S10 Plus really not having any trouble whatsoever in terms of holding these apps. It did just fine. It should. 8 GB of RAM, and both of them perform exceptionally well when it comes to holding those applications in the background. Let's go ahead and run a quick internet test between these two to see which one can load up these pages first. Let's go to the nickackermanchannel.com, 3, 2, 1, and see which one can get there first. And it looks like the S10 Plus is there first over that of the 7 Plus. So definitely the S10 Plus so far in browsing. Let's go to yahoo.com here on the left, yahoo.com here on the right, 3, 2, 1, and see which one can get there first. And again, the Samsung, and I found this to be true in my real world use, Samsung phones typically perform much better in terms of speed of web browsing, especially when you're on LTE as well. So if you count on your mobile web browser and you're using internet a lot, you probably want to get the Galaxy phone for better LTE performance. And you've seen right here, it does even load these web pages a little bit faster on Wi-Fi. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and open up the cameras to see which one is quicker in 3, 2, 1. And you could see, look like the Galaxy maybe. Let's do that again. Let me close this out. Let me go ahead and close it out here for the iPhone 7 Plus. Open it again, 3, 2, 1. And you see the iPhone on that one, and one more time. Now, I find the iPhone to snap photos a little faster as well. 3, 2, 1. And you see the iPhone just slightly faster there. Let me go ahead and show you the shutter speed. 3, 2, 1. You see the iPhone was ahead just slightly of the S10 Plus. So iPhone, one of the fastest burst, one of the fastest cameras in the business, if not the fastest mobile phone camera out there that I've seen so far anyway. So I would have to give the camera round in terms of speed to the iPhone series. All right guys, so I took a 30-second clip on both of these devices, and let's see which one can render this thing out first. And let's go to the camera roll on the iPhone, gallery on the right, 3, 2, 1. And it should be pretty quick. And look at that S10 Plus. Oh my goodness, there we go. So definitely the more powerful phone by far on the right here. You've seen it in the video render. Okay guys, so the final Geekbench scores are in, and you've seen that the 7 Plus finished first here, but look at the Galaxy S10 Plus. You're gonna notice something a little bit funny here. The single core is higher on the 7 Plus than the Galaxy S10 Plus, but look at the multi-core, much higher for the S10 Plus. And that single core is important because that's more than likely going to affect your regular everyday stuff. And you see in here, the 7 Plus kept up pretty well. It didn't beat the phone, but it didn't do bad for being a 2016 device. So that's it for me here. The iPhone 7 Plus versus the S10 Plus. The winner unanimously has to be the S10 Plus. And I know this video wasn't fair, but I created on purpose not to be fair because I think it's interesting to see how far the phones have come. Usually my iPhones are beating new Samsung phones, even if they're older, and you've seen that in my prior speed test. But today, Samsung has caught up and they're really not losing anymore to older iPhones. So what are your thoughts about this one? Do you have a 7 Plus? Are you upgrading to an S10 Plus? This could help you out. I hope it did. If you were, thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Nick helping you to master your technology. Thank you very much for watching, and peace.